Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is TWiT.
Audio bandwidth for the Daily GizWiz is provided by Winamp. Subscribe to the Daily GizWiz and all your favorite podcasts with the ultimate media player. Download it for free at winamp.com. Video bandwidth for the Daily GizWiz is provided by CacheFly at CacheFly.com. It's time for the Daily GizWiz with Mad's maddest writer, Dick DeBartolo. This is episode 1174 for Thursday, September 9th, 2010, the FinePix REAL 3D W3. The Daily GizWiz is brought to you by Gazelle, the easy way to sell or recycle the used gadgets lying around your home or office. Don't just sell it, Gazelle it. For a 5% bonus payment for your used gadgets, go to Gazelle.com. Bonus code GIZ, G-I-Z.
And now, get ready for Dick.
Hey, I don't know about you. Whenever Thursday comes around, I like to sit back and take it nice and easy with the Thursday theme. So everybody, just sit back and take it nice and easy.
Does the GizWiz need another crappy theme? Yes, indeed. It's Thursday. The GizWiz needs. It's Thursday. Another crappy theme. It's Thursday. The GizWiz needs. It's Thursday. Another crappy theme.
Can't do that on a swapper. Hey, Dickie D, I'm back on the... Whoa. What's
You
that?
back on your regular ball?
Somebody bring a tuba in here? I'm back on the ball, as you can see. I tried the swapper. It's comfortable. In some ways, it's more comfortable than a ball. But I like
When the base is welded back on,
Yeah.
are you going to alternate, or is it going to be like a guest chair?
It might be a guest chair. Maybe we'll make you sit on it when you're here. You're coming out here in a couple of... When are you coming out?
Yeah, we're getting there. This is what, September 9th? Yeah, less than a month, October 2nd. I'll be at TWiT Cottage to do live Daily GizWiz 1200.
Holy moly. Moly holy. Well,
Yes,
now
sir.
I don't know if that really makes a difference. Unless you want to come into the studio and meet Dick, you could do that that day. Hello?
Yeah. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Is this
Were
thing
you saying
on?
that I can come in and someone wants to... no,
Hello,
I thought you said...
Dick!
Oh, I thought you were talking to a guest.
No, I was talking to you. I was talking to our audience. I was saying if you want to meet Dick, you could say, I'm going to come into the studio October 2nd. I know we have many people on this side of the country who can't make it to Disneyland who might want to meet you.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. That would be great. I would love to do that.
Cool.
Cool.
Can you hear
Now,
me
I have
okay?
a
Or is
guest.
the Skype going down on us? Is that what's going on?
No, I thought you were talking to someone in the studio who said if you want to see Dick, you have to come in here. So I thought you were looking in.
No.
Yeah, okay.
We've lost our rhythm, Dick. I don't know what happened. Our mojo.
Yeah, the rhythm is back. The rhythm is back.
For
pal.
1,173 episodes, you and I were like clockwork, and now it's like pulling teeth.
Well, no. Well, maybe did you not want to do 1,200?
No, I do.
Is that what you're saying?
You can come to studio and meet Dick in October,
all right.
but meanwhile...
No, I'm coming out to see Jen. I mean, I'll stop by and do
that's the
1,200 because I'll happen to be in Petaluma.
That's the truth. You're going to be at CES, I bet, in January, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I got my reservations for that already.
Yeah, they just sent us a note saying, are you guys coming? So we could, yeah, we're going to bring the whole gang again, I think. So, good. We'll see you out there.
Doing live stuff and all that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Going to shows, doing live. You're getting so good at that. You know, I watched you walk through the GM factory.
Wasn't that fun? Except it was Ford. But other than that, it was great.
Right. Oh, I was watching the wrong channel. I was saying, that doesn't look at all
That was
like Leo.
Obama walking through the GM factory. I know we look alike, but that wasn't me. So now, let's get a gadget here because...
now, you may or may not... Are you into 3D photography?
Yeah, well, yes.
Okay.
Well,
so
you mean
Fuji,
depends on what you're talking about.
Okay, Fuji is introducing the new, it's called, I love it because they're a little mistaken. It says, the headline says, Fuji introduces the world's first 3D digital camera that can capture high-definition 3D movies.
Wow.
Well, I think all the people who make those IMAX 3D cameras would take exception to that. But I think they meant for the consumer market.
Right.
Yes. So they had an event 2 weeks ago at the Museum of Natural History, invited about 40 of us. We each got 3D cameras. We were told to roam. It was really a great idea to roam around the museum.
Oh, how fun.
Prehistoric division installation and take 3D movies, 3D photos. And then when we came back, they announced, yes, you can keep your SD cards. But be sure.
Did they do a dramatic pause like that?
Yes,
Ladies and gentlemen,
there was. And
we'd like to make an announcement.
Everybody held their breath. I mean, I don't think anybody thought we were going home with $500 cameras. But the neat thing is they had a room set up with every company that made a 3D TV, so that you could go up to any brand you wanted. Although by the time I took my 3D movies and went up, the LG 3D TV was available. And there's a little HDMI out right on the camera, and you can watch the 3D movies you shot with this little Fuji 3D camera. And the stuff is really great. You can shoot 3D stills, but I didn't realize this. Maybe you did. If you go into the 2D mode, you can operate it as two totally separate digital cameras. You can set it, if you want to set it for automatic shutter, you can set it so that every scene you're at, you can set one lens for close-up.
Wow.
And the other lens for wide angle. The guy said, you can set it up so that you get a black and
that's
white.
useful. So that way you're shooting the same scene twice, in effect.
Exactly. You can shoot it in black and white in the one side of the camera, and you can shoot it in full color on the other side of the camera.
See, because I'm not really sold on 3D, but that would be very handy.
Yeah, it's a great idea. And Leo, they have a special viewfinder on the camera that uses lenticular technology, so that you really get a great idea of what your video will look like in 3D when you get it to a TV set.
Now, is this the real 3D-W1? Is that what this is?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is. No, it's the W3, Leo.
W3.
The W1 was the previous model. This is going to be the new model. It may not be up there yet, but it should be. It said first or second week of September. Is it there?
Yep, it's up.
W3. Yeah. It's $499.95.
It's not horrible.
No, not at all. Weighs 8.5 ounces. Black matte. When you slide the shutter, when you slide the door up, the camera comes on. It's 10 megapixels. They call it audio stereoscopic LCD screen on the back, so that it does look like you're looking at a movie in 3D.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
I'm not sold on the notion of 3D movies, but I do kind of like the idea that you could shoot a close-up and a wide shot. I'll tell you, that's kind of handy because, you get the same thing both times.
At the same time, and then later on you go, oh, I wonder, if I should have done this or this. At least you're getting two totally different shots at the same time. And it's not, I imagine as it gets into the marketplace, it'll be discounted. But even $499 is not an outrageous.
Now, how do you see the picture?
You have to look at it either on a 3D TV, if you're shooting 3D stuff.
Right.
Watch it on the 3.5-inch LCD screen on the back of the camera. That does look... They do an amazing job of making it look 3D on the camera itself. If not, there's a lab that can make 3D-ish type prints, and they didn't have any of them there, that you can view without glasses. The SD card that they gave me, I could not watch the movies. They didn't even show up in my computer because it's a format size that it didn't recognize. But my 3D still shots just showed up as individual frames that I shot at the museum.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So
you'd have to. This really only makes sense if you have a 3D TV.
TV. Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
But it was fun, and it was a great idea of a great place to hold a press conference to let people. Shoot
did
stuff.
you see Ben Stiller when was he there?
He was still there. He was shooting it in 4D. You know, he always wants to be
one step ahead. Actually, an interesting question from Webs 4624 in our chat room. What about like a ViewMaster viewer or something like that, where they could give you a 3D viewer for those?
Yeah,
they'd have to put it in a wheel or something.
Yeah, I guess you could, but that would. I guess the theory here is, even the man said that they didn't. They had a very small market for people who would shoot for stereopticons, which basically
that's what that is.
What that is. And he said when all the major manufacturers went into manufacturing 3D TVs, they figured, let's retool this camera so that we can really do some decent 3D video. So I guess you could make 3D slides out of it.
It's been a hobby for a while, because I met a guy who did only 3D pictures of everything. And he had a special way of viewing it, and this was his thing. And for years he's done that. And
Fuji made a camera that did that system.
Yeah.
And I think that was the one that you first saw. It was
probably
called the
W.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And the W3 is now the next generation.
Hey, Dick, before we get to our letter of the day, I'd love to mention a Gazelle. If you have a gadget, and I know a lot of you do, tomorrow's Gadget Warehouse Friday. We know a lot. Dick has a ton of gadgets that are old and in the way. Gazelle is the way to sell it or recycle it, depending on how old it is. I want you to go to gazelle.com, GAZELLE.com. And what you do, it's kind of a neat site. If you go to gazelle.com, you'll see you can fill in. It's got a little search form for gadgets. So let's, I don't know, let's put in an iRiver MP3 player. I mean, it's got tens of thousands of gadgets in their database. So you select the iRiver that you have. Let's see. Here's the iRiver H340. And then it'll say, okay, well, tell me a little bit about it. Does it still work? Yep. Is it engraved or personalized? No. It's in good condition, maybe lightly scratched, or is it in perfect condition? Do you have the accessories? And you'll see down here there's even a graph of the selling price. The price recently went up a lot for these iRivers, and now it's back down again. Let me calculate how much they're going to give me. $37. Now, here's the deal. I can do 100 gadgets if I want. Throw them all in a box. They pay the shipping. You send it to Gazelle. They check it out. Their data experts will remove any data that's on there, any personalized stuff. If you don't have to worry about that. And then they'll send you a check. The check isn't guaranteed to match what they're offering, because they of course have to check it out, make sure it matches all the specs that you say. But in most cases it does. And I'm going to give you a little clue here. If you use, when you check out, the promo code GIZ, you'll get a 5% bonus on your payment. It's like free money. Gazelle's great for recycling too. If it doesn't have any value, if it's really old or really beat up, still send it to Gazelle. Put it in the same box, because Gazelle recycles it, and they recycle it responsibly with US-based recyclers that adhere to all the critical environmental standards. They have to have a state-issued ID recognized by the EPA. They have to have a documented environmental management system. They have to be independently audited, and on and on. Right now, Cloud Blue is their primary recycling partner, but band certified and all that. But they guarantee they're going to recycle it with somebody responsibly, so it doesn't end up in landfill. So even if you never sold anything, but you just sent it to Gazelle, that would be worthwhile. One more thing you want to know about Gazelle: if you're a nonprofit, you don't have to have bake sales anymore. You can have gadget sales. Gazelle will set up a page just for your nonprofit. You can send people right to it. Gazelle.com/Dick's Bake Sale. And people say, look, the gadgets you send to Gazelle, we get the money. It's a way of donating to us at no cost to you. You get rid of a lot of, and we all have old gadgets lying around, a lot of old gadgets. And our soccer team or our youth league or our knitting club gets a little extra money. It's a good idea, isn't it? They're really great corporate citizens, a great company, and I'm really proud to be associated with them. I want you to give them a try. Next time you've got to get rid of something in your house or a few things, don't sell it, Gazelle it. GAZELLE. And don't forget to use the checkout code GIZ, G-I-Z, for an extra 5% bonus payment on your used gadgets. Gazelle, don't just sell it, Say it with me, Dick. Don't just sell it.
Gazelle it.
Gazelle it. Gazelle it.
Gazelle it. Yeah.
Don't spell it that way, but you can say it that way. Now, a dramatic reading of a letter from the GizWiz mailbag.
Gazelle it. I'm sorry.
Gazelle it.
Timing.
Well, it's that Skype thing, you know.
This is, I'm reading this on a Thursday because you'll see why. It's from Jim Brooker, Brooker, from Norwalk, who writes, Dick and Leo, I know you've been having fun with the scripted Gadget Warehouse Friday introductions. I must say, I enjoyed the intros in which Leo stumbled and lost his way much more. It was an adventure wondering where Leo was going, often down a dead end or off the edge of a cliff. But that was the fun of it. So please ask Leo to go back to unscripted intros on Friday. Thank you. I love the show, Jim Brooker. So tomorrow you have your choice, Leo. Scripted or unscripted, your call.
Well, after that, I think I better do it unscripted, don't you think? He likes to see me stumble, fall, make a fool of myself, and I don't blame him.
Who doesn't? I think millions of people feel the same way.
I'll make sure to screw it up royally tomorrow.
Oh, I don't think you have to try hard, but...
Well, I'll see you then anyway, Dave.
I'll be here.
DAIL. Why? It's the Daily GizWiz. It's the Daily GizWiz. It's the Daily GizWiz.
It makes its own gravy.